I bet some of you didn't know this, but we've already had our first official Zelda minifigure. In Super Mario line, we now have Mario 0022, the Angry Goomba from the starter set and many other sets. Now the thing about Goombas is that in the 1990s, these guys appeared in a Zelda game called Link's Awakening. Doesn't that mean we now officially have ZEL001? The first official Zelda minifigure? I wonder what set he would come in.
Hi everyone, and today I have the amazing Lego Legend of Zelda set for you here. This is Z0029, rated for 18 plus with 485 pieces, and this is the Goomba Cave. This is a Nintendo and Lego project based off the Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, and you can see our main model here on the beautiful back 18 plus box art. This guy centering around the Goomba, which made his cameo in Link's Awakening. On the top of the box here, we can see you have a Lego logo and a real size depiction of the Goomba here. On the side, you can see the name of the set, the Goomba Cave, as well as some Spanish and French alternatives, La Grota de Goomba and La Cueva de Goomba. Got the copyright logos here, as well as this set is not suitable because of a choking hazard for -2 3-year-olds. On the back of the box, you can see that this is responsibly sourced packaging with some paper that is recyclable, some plastic that isn't. Got a nice little barcode here, and then on the last side of the box you can see some beautiful Lego Legend of Zelda 35th anniversary art with the Lego logo, Link's Awakening logo, a Goomba here, and the 35th anniversary of the Zelda logo. But let's take a quick look at the box and see what this set's all about. So at the top here you can see that the Goomba moves from side to side just like he does in the game. You can see some referencing to the Game Boy here with the original cave, which this is based off, and what that looks like there, as well as the Link's Awakening HD remake. And you can see the little model there in a Game Boy. That's a really nice touch. It just shows you that they really care about what they're doing here. And over on the left side we've got some dimensions. So this thing is 22 centimeters long, 17 centimeters high, and 12 centimeters deep. That's pretty impressive, really. One last look at the front, and then we'll cut this guy open and unbox this. So this is a really cool set. I'm really glad that Lego decided to make this. And 485 pieces, so it should be a good build. But shall we open this up and take a closer look at the instructions and bag contents? I genuinely cannot believe that this is so exciting to have in my hands. But let's find the tape. The tape seals are all on here. Got my trusty thing. Remember, always cut safely. And that's one of them. And 2 of them, and I think that's 3. So we should be able to open the box now. Ho! Got a couple of bags inside, so I'm just going to tip this out. Okay, let me put the box back here for you guys. Okay, so inside it looks like we have a bag 5. A bag 4, a bag 2, a bag 3, a bag 1, and a little instruction manual here. Same images on the front. Should we take a quick flip through? Nice. So it's going to show us what bags we build. So bag 1 here is going to build a little base. It looks like we get the Goomba in bag 2. Bag 3 goes a little bit higher. Bag 4 has us keep going up, and then bag 5 is going to finish us up there. And on the back we have Win, and you got our little Digilink here. Excited for that set to come in the summer. So overall, that's all the contents in here. So let's go for a time-lapse build. and here is the set all built up. And as you can see, it's a fairly big build. I listed out the dimensions earlier, and it was also a fairly enjoyable build. I had a great time building it. You can see in the time lapse there, and I'm so excited to have a kind of Zelda set in the collection. As you can see, the main play feature here is to do with this Goomba that's been rattling around in the back, and I want to move the Goomba away from what we're doing, but you can see the slider in the back, and this is on a transparent rod, and you can move him and slide him back to back, side to side, just like he moves in the game, which is an amazing feature to see them represent here. You can even go backwards, forwards, sideways, so he could attack any hero. It's a shame that there's no Link included, but this is accurate to the actual scene from Link's Awakening, which I'll probably play on the screen now, and you can see him, you can wiggle him, you can turn him upside down if you want, but most importantly, he has the accurate motion for this Goomba in this particular scene. I suppose you could add a second Goomba if you had a second one of these and maybe extend the screen further, but as far as I'm aware, Link would come down that ladder, this guy would patrol, you'd jump on his head and he would die. But I'm just going to detach him so I can show you the rest of the amazing details in this model, and so that it stops getting in my way like that. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, this is actually accurate based off that scene from Link's Awakening where you come down this ladder here on the cave, and this ladder is actually built outwards and secured in at regular intervals up the side of the wall. You can see they've even got some kind of a plank detailing prints here, and then there's this other ladder up the other side. So as far as gameplay from the level goes, it's actually accurate. You'd come down here, or you'd stop here, you'd jump across, or you'd go down, jump on the Goomba, go under here, climb up the ladder and go across. And the level progresses that way, but it's nice that they've just chosen this really iconic snapshot, or to me iconic. This is what I think of when I think of Link's Awakening, no joke. You've got some nice layered dirt in the dark tan colour down here with some higher patches over here and here, but it's just a nice irregular pattern, and that's really cool to see. There's some foliage on the ground, and then obviously this large kind of gap for the Goomba to slide along, and that's really cool. However, I would have liked to have seen some taller foliage, but of course they couldn't really do that if they wanted to keep this play feature, as the foliage would have blocked the Goomba movement from side to side. And that's really loose, it's not too tight, so that's good to see, but it's also stuck, so it can't come out. Then over here on this side, building up to the platform, you can see that goes all the way back and then stops one stud from the front. You can see they've used a lot of different techniques to get this kind of dirty technique that's been like lumped together, compacted over time, but is definitely not a smooth surface. You can see the use of inverted slopes to create a small crack there, some rounded bricks, some different colours and cheese slopes and things over here with that quarter round tile in the middle. But the inside over here is completely hollow, just designed to make the most appealing edge over here. The middle platform here is also worth taking a look at, as it's fairly rounded on the sides. It's kind of hard to show you an angle of, but there's some slopes and things down here which kind of give it that more of a profile from the sides, despite the front being a fairly regular shape. It's also well secured in there, so you can definitely press down if you wanted to take your Goomba and do what you like with it. Instead, multiple playability options. Above the platform here, you can see some more dirt details, including a technique I've never seen them use before, with this up, down, down plate and cheese slopes, as well as a lamp flame over here. The top is not fully enclosed to allow for better access, just 4 studs with some nice dirt colours along the top. And as we progress right, you can see some more dirt details, as well as another one of those anti and slope techniques, as well as a third platform at the top here. If we turn this round to the back, you can see it looks absolutely ugly, and these 4x4 plates which actually cover up the holes behind there, just so that you don't see as much light going through when you look through one of those slopes. But that's pretty much all for all of the details. As you can see, it's really accurate to the source material, as well as just looking amazing. This is really well built, it's nice and strong, it's a really nice display piece or playability piece for anyone. You can see why it's rated 18+, because obviously it's not the most interesting set for a 6-year-old. However, I don't mind it, I think it looks really great. It's the first outing of Lego and Zelda. But And no, I'm really pleased with it. It's really great to see such an iconic Zelda enemy just being given their own set straight off the bat. Has nothing to do with the fact that this is a Mario enemy at all. But yeah, this is a really cool set based around a Goomba and some amazing box art with some great and easy to follow instructions. The build was 5 bags long and is so accurate to the source material, as well as just being fun to slide that Goomba backwards and forwards. Not to mention some of the build techniques were pretty awesome as well. In conclusion, this is a really nice display piece that I would really recommend to anyone that is a fan of Link's Awakening, the Zelda license, or in fact just Mario, because, you know, Goomba. Look at the Goomba. Goomba. Yeah. So I'd highly recommend this one, and thank you for bearing with me in this first review on the channel, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye. Please tell me you realise that was a joke.